Between the red furry Pikmin Olimar and the giant elephant Mario, there's a lot that we can discuss after today's Nintendo Direct. Welcome to the Switch Clicks Podcast, episode 141, recorded on June 21st, 2023. My name is Dakota, and today I'm joined by Kaiser.
Hello, everyone.
And Nathan.
Hello there.
So there was a lot to get through, and this was probably one of the better Nintendo Directs. First of all three of us would like to give a rating on the tier list. I think this is S tier.
Mid.
What ranking, Kaiser? Besides mid?
We're actually just say I think it's B. Honestly, B better.
Be better.
I guess it really depends on the games that you like in the Direct.
I'm on the bridge. I'm on the bridge of a high B to a mid A. I know that's a big range, but like, I personally like the Direct. It's just if they had more, I'd definitely put it up in S.
And then I also polled our YouTube community tab, and out of 10 votes, got a solid S tier.
Wow, that's crazy.
Which is surprising.
I've seen a lot of backlash already. Like people were saying, "Oh no, there's no Splatoon DLC," or that sort of stuff. It's like, "Oh no, I'm not interested in Mario," and that's where they get the low ratings.
Speaking of DLC, we should probably start off with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, everyone's favorite Pokemon.
How in the heck did that make it there? Let me ask this. Normally, over the past years, Pokemon's been kind of keeping to themselves, and then suddenly Nintendo decides, okay, we're going to start doing everything Pokemon now, and Scarlet and Violet make an appearance as the very first thing on the Direct.
I'm thinking maybe because they put the Detective Pikachu Returns in it, there was something to do with that. Also, it'll just get better publicity on a Nintendo Direct. Either way, I'm not excited for the DLC at all. I'm actually considering not buying it because
really,
if this releases in October, I'm not gonna have any time in October. So why I'm gonna prioritize Spider-Man and another game that we're gonna talk about later. So
wow.
With the Sword and Shield stuff, the DLC for those, I was not too impressed with either of them. I don't think I even finished the second one. And also, it was just, hey, you just paid for more Pokemon. Go find them.
Yeah, at that point, we could just wait for the next game.
Yeah.
You know what my friends are worried about? Competitive.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
And I don't care about competitive. I mean, exactly. Tyler might, but...
Tyler might. Our friend Jackjeet might. Oh, he will. Sorry, he will.
Now, speaking of competition... Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince.
Right, yeah, we're skipping ahead here a bit. So Square Enix did announce another Dragon Quest Monsters game. And
I'm actually super excited for it because Dragon Quest, we see the protagonist of Dragon Quest 4, alright? Peak game, though obviously 5 is better. But with what I've seen of it, it looks great, and knowing the format and general gameplay of Dragon Quest Monsters, I'm actually going to be coming in with really good expectations for it.
It's kind of funny seeing this from an outside view when there's a character that I do recognize and is probably a cool thing for fans, and I don't at all. It's so funny. I assume it is a big thing, right?
Oh, well,
I think for Monster Hunter, sorry, not Monster Hunter. Dragon Quest. Sorry. It's a big thing for Dragon Quest fans. I'm not one for myself though. I've only played a bit of 11S, and Kaiser and I were talking a bit before the podcast about how well it stacks up against Pokemon or other monster RPGs, and I have to say this does kind of look impressive. I guess I have developed a bit of a stigma against all kinds of RPGs of that style because.
Persona.
Definitely no Persona. Oh, okay, maybe Persona might be the exception, but
Shin Megami Tensei.
Any Mega 10 stuff might be an exception because the difficulty's there. But it just feels a little complex for me to grasp, or at least there's just too much to do when I could be out there playing some action adventure game instead and spend all my time on something a little more
Engaging.
Engaging.
I mean, yeah.
Anyways,
Engaging is the right word.
Engaging, such as Fire Emblem Engage.
Right, yeah. Well, that
no Fire.
kind of
Yeah,
died.
speaking of which, no Fire Emblem announcements. I mean, I would say sleep, but I mean, not really much to say.
Right after the Pokemon announcements, they also had, Sonic Superstars. We already knew that was coming.
We already saw it.
I definitely have a bit of interest in that because, I think, Dakota, you've played a lot of Sonic Mania, right?
Yes, I love that game.
Very fun
that
game.
Was like, I think that's like the only I've played Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces, and that's like all.
Yeah,
okay,
so I feel like
you need to get a better palette for Sonic.
I feel like
this
is. I feel like Superstars is like the best time to refresh, renew anyone's interest in Sonic because, the previous games have kind of felt a little, I'd say, bloated, copied, kind of
Colors Port, Sonic Colors Port.
Oh my gosh, Colors Port was a big insult. That was a big insult. I cannot forgive Sega for that. Like that was unforgivable. Hopefully Superstars, runs as well as it does on all platforms. They don't, prioritize PS5 as something. That'd be absurd. That'd be completely absurd. The game looks promising.
I
prioritize gameplay.
I think in the trailer they said 4-player local co-op.
Yeah.
There was some blurb on the bottom on like the subtext, but I don't know if that said there's no online or if you needed to pay for online. I don't think there's going to be online.
Online's going to be too hectic.
Also, how does a 4-player co-op Sonic game work? Half the time, one person is going to be
split screen.
Sonic outrun. It's got to be split screen. Otherwise, you have it like classic Sonic games where Sonic outruns Tails all the time, and then Tails is invincible.
I don't know. If it does split screen, I'm sold. I'll play it.
Yeah, split screen would be very nice. I definitely play it too.
It would be really funny.
I need to get myself back into Sonic as well, so it's probably the right time with this game.
Speaking of a game that does not have split screen, but used to have split screen.
Oh, wow.
Kind
of.
We're
leading into this.
Go ahead. Splatoon 3, they announced a Splatfest.
Gosh.
Vanilla versus strawberry versus mint chocolate chip for some reason.
I think they called it mint chip specifically to avoid chocolate again, because they had a chocolate Splatfest.
I already did that.
Yeah, I guess they did. But who cares?
It kind of doesn't feel right because of Neapolitan ice cream, right? It feels like an outlier. Now the question is, which flavors are you guys going for?
Oh boy,
I think vanilla is going to completely sweep this.
Okay. Well, that's assuming none of the better players go to either of the two teams.
Yeah. I honestly think it'll be like 80% vanilla vote. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah, vanilla's gonna easily win. Hey, maybe that's what we'll find out about in our in the OCS lab.
Yeah, OCS confirmed.
OCS confirmed. Yay!
I love strawberry ice cream.
Yeah, if you're wondering what OCS is, go check out our YouTube channel where we dive deep into the ideas of each Splatfest to find out which one is the objectively correct answer.
Yeah, other than that, people were a little disappointed that there was no DLC information. Even though we're fast approaching the 1-year anniversary of Splatoon 3, still no info. Hopefully, by the time they announce, I guess, the 5th season or so, fall season or drizzle season, I think that's what they call it, then maybe they'll bring in DLC. But yeah, some of the negative reactions came from the absence of side order, and that was I personally don't really mind because it gives them a little breathing space, although at the same time it kind of doesn't really make sense to me. I'm a bit on the edge over that.
Yeah, I'm okay with waiting, honestly. I think DLC for Splatoon could be something good for very early 2024.
good or great for no, we can't have it be good. It has to be great.
It has to be great. Before the Splatoon 3 announcement, we also had like 3 other games. Palea, which I think I called it the Fortnite farmer because it looks so looks so classic Fortnite, like 2017, 2018.
Let's be honest, this game looks like crap.
It looks like crap.
Literally, it's like an investor game. Where a bunch of investors put a bunch of money into one place that doesn't know how to make a game.
Hey,
and they're like, yeah, free to play works.
I love
no offense to the developers here, but you gotta put a little more creativity in your animation there. Like please don't make it a Fortnite look alike.
Speaking of creativity, Persona 5 Tactical. You know, I don't have any issues with it. It's just Persona 5.
A long time. Why did they have to make a tactical RPG at this time? Or at least based on Persona 5?
I mean, they still have they're still milking Persona 4, so I guess they need another Persona 5 to come out. Actually, no. There's also
they're milking 3.
Well, of course, everyone wants to. Yeah, it's like stuff outside. I think 3 is gonna get more heads compared to 5, and it's gonna be active sabotage.
Well,
if that happens.
That was another strange absence. Assuming that, yeah. According to rumors, people are saying, "Oh, there's going to be a Switch version of Persona 3 Reload." Well, we didn't get anything about that in the direct, so oh well. We'll see later what Atlas says. The third game in between was called Myth Force. I actually completely forgot what this game was about.
I also completely forgot.
That was just a blur. So let's just skip straight to Peak Fiction. Detective Pikachu Returns. All right.
Yeah.
A sequel to the iconic Detective Pikachu, the film and the game, and movie of the game.
I think that kills our title convention of Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, for the movie at least.
Yeah, that's a little. We'll see what happens with the movie. If they call it Returns, then I'd be disappointed. But
yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's more so, would they really use puns again?
Maybe. They're great with movies.
I mean, look at the Alvin and Chipmunks movies. They went ham with that.
Or the Journey movie. Journey to the Center of the Earth. Or Journey to the Mysterious Island.
Oh my gosh, Journey number 2 to the Mysterious Island.
Mid-movie, honestly. The Rock did not carry.
The Rock carried the movie.
Rock did not carry. I'm gonna be honest.
Anyway,
Brandon Fraser.
Have any of us played first Detective Pikachu?
Unfortunately not. I kind of want to, but then I just kind of watched the movie. I'm like, I mean, technically I know the loose plot of it, so it's like, do I really want to play it?
I don't know who played it and why. I mean, who's gonna buy this one if it's like $60 or $100 Canadian? Like,
speaking of $60, I'm smelling a remake that's in $60.
Not yet. I know, Dakota, you got the giant Detective Pikachu amiibo, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot that existed. Yes, I did.
You think they're gonna reprint that for Detective Pikachu Returns?
Maybe, but in limited quantities, most likely. Even North America might not even get it.
That's gonna be painful.
Yeah. Well, painful for you if you want to buy it.
Yeah, I'm probably never
right now sitting in my cabinet, taking up the same space as 4 amiibo. So
it's gathering dust.
Actually, it's an enclosed space, no dust there.
Oh, nice. Okay. Previously, earlier on, I kind of cut Kaiser off here, but there was actually a surprise remake / unsurprising because of a certain leak or rumor. Super Mario RPG is getting remade. This was a complete shocker for me, to be honest.
I honestly love this.
Yeah, I really wanted at least another Mario RPG game on the Switch, not having to contend with the Origami King again. And Super Mario RPG was just an insane choice because of how rocky the relationship is between Nintendo and Square Enix. Well, more so the Square side of Square Enix.
Thanks, Square.
And considering how there have been previously legal issues, looking at stuff like GoldenEye with Microsoft, or even Banjo and Diddy Kong. This is still surprise. This is still yet another surprise. I'm glad that they somehow got together and made this. We got to see everyone in HD now with modern standards, modern controls, modern graphics, and I might actually pick up this game for once.
Yeah, 100%.
Good game this time. Sorry, great game this time.
Yeah. I love how they kept the awkward look of the game. And everything's squished down, same area that would take up a sprite, and it's all still isometric. The shadows aren't quite where they are.
Somehow they blended the quirky art style with the modern art style, and then somehow that actually looks really, really nice.
Yeah, Bowser still looks like normal Bowser, but every other character is squished down.
Small Mario.
Yeah.
Small Peach.
Small Peach. Gino looks
awkward,
the same.
Yeah, awkward Yoshi. I don't think we saw him, but I'm excited to see big Yoshi again in full HD.
I love
Yep.
Honestly, there's not much to say, but also I'm kind of excited.
I'm excited too. I wanted to play this game, but now I think I don't think I should be playing the SNES version if there were a couple. If it was too grindy. I heard things about the game being incredibly grindy, so I might as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry to ruin it, but it is gonna be grindy.
Hopefully the remake addresses that.
How do we tell him?
Anyways, literally right after this announcement, they also teased. Is it another Super Princess Peach game, or is it some other type of side-scrolling / RPG Peach game? I have no clue.
Very hard to say. They were mixing a bunch of things. She was side-scrolling, but then she also looked like she was in a battle. What is it called? 1,000-Year Door, kinda.
What was up with that? They had the curtains,
which I assume most Nintendo fans were thinking the 1,000-Year Door.
Super Princess Peach RPG.
That was a really bad bait and switch there, but all right.
Yeah. Another theory is that this is a young origin story for Princess Peach because she has a ponytail and no crown.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Yes, before she rules the Mushroom Kingdom, she had to create it herself.
Yeah, and we didn't see any. We saw Goombas, the little star thing next to her, and whatever power-up she picked up, and that's it.
Literally, it's a real teaser, but for some reason they put it in the middle of two other Mario announcements, and I got a little confused about that.
Yeah, speaking of other Mario announcements, let's look at his brother, good old Luigi.
Luigi, Green Mario, Green Stash.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon in HD. Now, who played the 3DS version?
I have repeatedly. I grinded that game 100%. I think 100%. I'm really close to 100% actually.
How many times?
More times than I could count. I played through the whole story. I kind of memorized it now.
Oh wow!
Every level.
Don't spoil it for us, all right?
Okay, I won't spoil this game for you, even though it's been out for a really long time.
Yeah, honestly, I don't see myself playing it. It looked kind of bare bones for a remake. Not a remake, an HD.
It does. It literally it doesn't look like it's much of an upgrade either. It still looks kind of identical, besides higher resolution, I guess. But
yeah, and they kind of just put the second bottom screen to the top right and called it a day.
It looks pretty cheap, to be honest. But hey, that gives me hope for other 3DS ports.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of ports.
Nice, I was called the segue.
Yeah, this is a Tyler moment here.
I keep doing this because
this is also but said topic is also Tyler's favorites.
Unfortunately, his cold takes could not help us here. So Arkham Trilogy, wow, who's excited? Yes. Honestly, very exciting to see 3 main Arkham games.
Finally, Nintendo fans can play the other 2.
Yeah, exactly. stuck with one and a spin-off, a couple spin-offs. Never to ever experience the other two masterpieces.
It also didn't look amazing, but I think they're just porting it. So
yeah, it's fine. I'm not expecting much. Like I'm expecting a few downgrades here and there, but if it's playable, that's good. I don't think anyone's really actually been able to experience a handheld version of Arkham, so this would be nice.
I can feel like Batman on the go.
Batman on the go. Yeah.
There were a bunch of games in the middle that honestly nobody cared about, including Gloomhaven, Just Dance 2024, Silent Hope, Fae Farm, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, and Manic Mechanics.
Manic Mechanics. Yeah.
Manic Mechanics. Hey, at least it rhymes.
Yeah. So a couple of these games, yeah, you know what? Just Dance. We all knew that was coming. A couple of them looked pretty mid. A couple of them, I mean, yeah, sure, there's niche audience for them. I can respect that. Thankfully, that all ended when they introduced the Sparks of Hope DLC, or at least just the second one.
New Hope? We got
I actually haven't played Sparks of Hope yet. I'm still grinding through the first game, and I heard the game is actually 50% off right now. Sparks of Hope.
Yeah,
crazy.
Every few months, it gets $10 cheaper, and I'm just waiting for that day where it does not get lower.
The Ubisoft discounts.
Yeah. And I'm sure that there were lots of people behind the game. Frankly, I do not care, and so do many other people.
Still a very well-made game.
This DLC did not look as interesting as the Donkey Kong DLC.
Yeah, the Donkey Kong DLC actually felt like substantial for what appeared to be, a really rare crossover game. This game's more like a victory lap.
Yeah.
So we already covered Dragon Quest Monsters. Right after that, we have Pikmin. We had the Pikmin 4 showcase. Thankfully, that did not take up like 20 minutes of the direct.
Yeah, maybe 5, I think.
5-ish, yeah. Like it was a decently paced, it was a well-paced portion of the direct. I hope they have like a separate game dedicated direct or treehouse for that instead. And Pikmin 4 actually looks really good.
I've never played it, but
they got rid of the annoying day-night cycle thingy. Instead, you could actually play at nighttime now. So
you
could choose to play at nighttime, which I actually would like to do instead of having to rush back to base all the time at sunset. There's also a demo. I'll give it a try and see what else I think about it. But I don't think either of you two actually have a real interest in Pikmin, right?
Not in the slightest. It honestly looks like a boring game to me.
Nah, just once you play Pikmin 1 and 2 on the Wii. And speaking of which,
oh my gosh, yeah, that great segue. It's getting HD remasters.
I love you see Pikmin 1 and 2 on the GameCube. It doesn't feel right, but on the Wii, it's actually peak. It's meant to be played on the Wii, honestly. I'm not sure about this, but
seems like Nintendo is doing right with the release of this. They have a physical edition. They're putting 2 in 1. They're both on the same cartridge.
Yeah,
and it's I think $50 US.
That's a rare thing for Nintendo to do. Like they put 2 games because they priced what Metroid Prime Remastered was priced the same thing. No, it was priced 50. At 4. Was it 50 or 40?
$49.99.
Wow, yeah. So it's $50, but that's one GameCube game, or at least one game on GameCube hardware, GameCube level hardware, and this is 2 of them on relatively the same hardware specs in HD. In one, that's 25 each if you don't consider the separate releases.
Yeah, I saw some screenshots online. They actually up-resed the pretty much all of the textures and the cutscenes they did as well. So all of the janky single model characters are so weird looking.
Wow.
Well, they have to upscale. That doesn't mean they have to completely redo, all right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just find it funny that they re-released it like that.
Yeah,
I mean, the collection is quite nice. Collection is quite nice, such as Vampire Survivors.
Oh my
baby.
gosh!
No, I mean
you skipped the game.
Yeah,
but
it was an obvious segue there.
Yeah. So after the whole Pikmin festivities, we had Metal Gear Solid. I know I have a friend who's really into Metal Gear, so he probably.
I
Oh, you are too? Okay.
love Metal Gear.
What do you think of the Master Collection, Volume 1?
I think it's fine, honestly. Nothing too crazy. It's just Metal Gear Solid on the Switch. What else can I say?
NES Metal Gear.
Really funny. I think that was great.
I don't know why they had the audacity to put that. They had to like outright say that, as if Kojima wasn't watching. That was not a very that was a very big surprise. But collection's coming. Finally more Metal Gear games. I heard there was a few troubles they had on the 3DS because they had to remove it from one of the games from the eShop and bring it back. That was a weird mess they had to deal with. But yeah, to Metal Gear fans, this is just another collection release. Bad segue time. We're on to one of Dakota's favorite games, Vampire Survivors.
I thought it was already on the Switch.
Damn.
So, okay, I'm glad it's coming. I think I'd still prefer it on Xbox because you can get it a part of your Game Pass. So, okay. And I'm kind of hoping they kept the same price. If it's like $5, that's a steal still. But it's $2, it's $3 on Steam. So
I might just get it on Steam then at that point.
Highway robbery.
And also, they did not specify if any of the DLCs come into the Switch, which I believe there are 2 waves of so far.
It'd
be very weird if it didn't.
That'd be very stupid if it didn't.
Yeah. But yeah, if it's the same price, it's a steal. Go buy it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's another interesting game. We got Headbangers. Think of it like Pigeon Battle Royale.
Oh yeah, that was the Pigeon one. That was weird.
Pigeon Rhythm Battle Royale. I have no clue who thought of all those ideas combined. If it works, then it works.
Game.
Yeah.
Like, a streamer's going to play it for a day, it'll get like 10,000 people, and then it'll die.
Yeah, it's probably going to die immediately. Especially if they're...
streams.
Yeah. Nothing more to say about that. It's just you're banging your head all the time to the music. Next one is actually a pretty interesting one. I wasn't gonna talk extensively about this, but you know what? It's gonna be Penny's Big Breakaway, which is actually a game made by the Sonic Mania developers. It's a 3D platforming game, and it kind of gives me some Mario/Sonic vibes.
Yeah, I can see where Sonic comes into a lot of the movement in the trailer. Yeah. Like the character lands, and she lands on the curve of the ramp or whatever, and she immediately starts rolling on top of her yo-yo. And I'm like, yep, that's the spin dash, or however Sonic falls into his stuff.
Yep.
The music sounded very Sonic-y.
Very Sonic.
One thing is, they need to get a better name.
They definitely do. something a little more recognizable. I don't think Penny's Big Breakaway is an easy title to keep saying all the time. Like, that's need something a little juicier.
Do a yo-yo pun or something.
Yeah, come on. Penny's big yo-yo adventure.
Penny's yo-yo. Boom, done. Got your marketing. Print it.
Yo-yo.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, if that game does well, I might consider trying it, but there's not much to talk about from that point because it's just it's just a brand new game. Right, speaking of brand new stuff, the next thing on this list is not brand new actually. Well, it's Booster Course. Wow. It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course again.
All right, who's ready
DLC 5? We have PD Piranha, Wriggler, and Comic returning.
I'm interested in Comic. All right. Well, there's also Wriggler. I think Wriggler looks really funny.
I know there's a bit of debate about how you pronounce the name. I usually say Kamek.
Yeah, I think we say Kamek.
Did the Mario movie say Kamek?
Yeah, I believe so.
Then why the heck did they call it Comic?
It's probably the dude's accent.
Yeah, what the heck? Okay. He's returning from tour, I think.
Yep.
And everyone else is from OPD's coming back from freaking like Double Dash. That was one I think everyone really liked.
Yeah.
I don't remember the courses in particular because I was too focused on the characters.
It was only one course and it was brand new. It was like the bathroom course.
What are we trying to do? Explore Miyamoto's house all of a sudden?
Well, wasn't like shrinking a big part of Mario Kart DS? Oh wait, no, that was Mario Party DS.
That was Mario Party, but like there was a lot of small like shrinking maps on Mario Kart 8 now. Like there's one where you play in a toy room, I think.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah. So like, what are we trying to do? Explore someone's house, Mr. Miyamoto's house, and now we're in his bathroom.
I'm also not complaining because I would prefer new maps.
Yeah, new maps.
Sure they hit all my favorite maps to bring back. Yeah. So
the more I see these DLCs, the more I want to get it. But the problem is I don't have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to begin with, and I'm not paying. I'm not paying 80 Canadian dollars for that game when I've played it to death already.
Yeah, I mean, I own Mario Kart, but I don't play it enough to buy the DLC. But every time I do play it, I'm like, damn, I should buy the DLC.
Yeah.
So
that's too bad. But you know, maybe when all the DLCs come out and you know the game's gotten a bit aged, then maybe it might be worth
the
paying for. But
days of Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8, it's still alive. It somehow still makes money. So. You know, yeah, that's that. And people are paying for a subscription, so that's also another thing. The next announcement on this direct is Star Ocean, the second story. Remake. Another Square Enix
Star Ocean 2. I love Star Ocean 2. I love Star Ocean 2. Oh my god. Great, amazing game. Peak fiction on top to say.
Maybe you should review that.
Maybe when I get to it. Who knows?
Maybe when you get to it.
To me, it looked like a generic game, but the art style sold me. So I like the 2D and 3D mix kind of.
Bro, you can't say generic. You gotta play more games, man. You gotta play better games like Star Ocean Second Story 2.
Every JRPG in a Nintendo Direct looks the same. And honestly, I don't think that's that hot of a take.
Yeah, I think most of the internet Persona 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Dragon Quest, peak fiction, alright, that's all I have to say. But because presentations for RPGs, it's not a high priority compared to something like, I'll say, a first-party product such as, I don't know, WarioWare Move It.
Come on. I was about to make a terrible segue there. I was about to say JRPGs move out of the way for Wario.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad.
I saved
kind of saved it.
I saved you the dignity, sir. I saved you dignity.
Yeah, that's another WarioWare game.
I thought we just got one.
We just got one. You're not crazy. No, we had one. We had one not too long ago.
Like literally like last October.
I think last October was it, yeah. And now we're getting another one.
I gotta check this. WarioWare games.
Was it Get It Together? Was that the last one that they had?
I think so. That was 2021. No, wait, there's gotta be a different one.
WarioWare Get It Together was 2021.
Latest installment is 2021.
So, well, that's still 2 years ago. Wait, what part of 2021? September 2021.
Yeah,
that's pretty late in 2021. Man. That game felt pretty recent.
Sold nothing. I didn't hear anything about that game.
that. You know what? I got no comments about it. It's coming. You know, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be quirky, but nothing will be as classic as I'd say Smooth Moves is a classic game for WarioWare.
Yeah, it feels.
I liked DIY.
DIY was pretty good. DIY was pretty good.
DIY solid, but there's also touch.
True.
Yeah,
that one's also really good.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're putting WarioWare Move It out at the end of the year when we're now just getting a sequel to 1-2 Switch that we haven't been able to talk about on the show. What Everybody is going on?
That's so strange how they didn't mention it at all in this. Like, actually, as a matter of fact, they didn't even have like those end of direct highlight reels.
Oh yeah, there's probably not enough.
Like what the heck? That was a big change from this. Instead, they had this this little reminder about Nintendo Live 2023 at PAX West.
Yeah,
I'm not
that is going to be. It's going to be a nothing event. Right? I don't think it's going to be anything special.
It's not going to be anything as substantial as the Japan ones for sure.
Yeah, if anybody's been to a major convention and they go to the Nintendo booth in the big building, and it's free, so
yeah. Well, plus the flight to get to Seattle is still pricey at this time.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's worth it for anybody that can't drive there.
Exactly. Like you have to be within driving or walking distance to make PAX worth it for you, or at least the Nintendo portion of it. It's kind of disappointing. Like I kind of hope that maybe they do something like a concert, like they did in Japan, because the Splatoon concerts are actually amazing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they said they're going to be doing live music, but that could mean anything.
Yeah, if they do some generic like rock or orchestral thing,
yeah,
sure. Like, okay, I can pass with, I can live with that. But come on, they can do better than that. And that also brings us to the next portion of half disappointment, half excitement.
I don't even know how to segue this.
Yeah, so the good news about Tears of the Kingdom, they did have it in this direct. The good news is that it's about the Zelda and Ganondorf amiibo.
Oh wow! Another amiibo.
Instantly gonna buy these two.
Let's go mid.
The bad news is that's literally the only thing they have about Tears of the Kingdom.
And I'm okay with that. The game is too big anyway.
I'm not okay with that because I beat the game and I think it is way too easy. I need a harder difficulty. And I also need to know if I need to pay for it or not. I don't like paying for that. I take it quite personally. I take it quite personally because the last two releases they had free harder difficulties. That was.
I mean, you can put yourself on a challenge, but this is kind of the game that you kind of can't do that.
Yeah, it'd be too painful to do that. I'd be weeping out too many tears at that point.
Let me gush about this amiibo for a second. First of all, Zelda, Ganondorf, hype. I think there was something in the data mines of the game that there was going to be 2 more amiibo, and I'm glad they confirmed it early. First of all, the Zelda thing, that is a completely new model, and she's holding a somewhat completed Master Sword, kinda. Don't know if that's spoilers or not, but I don't think it is.
I won't tell you anything about that, but yeah, you gotta play. You gotta hurry up.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Kind of hype. She's floating, but she also has a giant clear pole in her, so that's awkward.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. Also, the Ganon one also has a giant clear pole, right in his crotch. So that's also awkward. But because of how wide Ganondorf's stance is, they had to put an extra thing on top of the base.
Kidding me?
Yeah. If you look at the photos, he's like probably double the width of a normal amiibo base.
So what? He's even
gonna have a custom box.
So what? He's even double the width of Smash Ganondorf.
Probably like a quarter or 50% bigger than the Smash Ganondorf.
Oh my gosh,
he looks huge.
Yeah, that's another one of those giant amiibos that I can't believe they went out of their way to design. But you know what?
Hype.
Giant amiibos are nice. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the Guardian amiibo from Breath of the Wild, I'm surprised they didn't remake that one, but I guess Guardians aren't in the game, so it doesn't matter. But that's like one of the best amiibo. So,
well, I wonder if that really, if they actually have anything to do in the game, or they're just gonna give cosmetic stuff at that point.
Probably more cosmetic stuff. I think a Ganondorf amiibo gives you a big horse in at least Breath of the Wild. And then probably the Zelda one will give you, I don't know, maybe her gear. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess you have the glider skins. It's
that's all cosmetic, and yeah, I mean that's kind of just there. It works. It works. Wonderful way to
honestly
to address the elephant in the room here.
Yeah, but, I truly wonder what's up with Super Mario Bros. All right.
Right.
We're not going to skim over that elephant joke, right?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. We cannot ignore the elephant in the room.
Okay, it's already fine. You already used it once. Get out of here.
Okay. The final announcement in this direct was Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Not new Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It's just Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Is it just me, or does the logo look awkward without the new?
It looks very awkward without the new. The S there looks lonely. Like I saw it once in Super Mario Party. I was like, why does this look so bad? And then I realized after this game came out, yeah, it needs that new in it to actually look, I guess, new.
Yeah.
Does it feel right?
It doesn't, which I think is just a conditioning that Nintendo has brought in us in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what? At least the game itself makes up for it. It actually does look very fresh. Like it doesn't look like another new Super Mario Bros. Game. It looks kind of like its own thing.
It looks great. I'm sure if Tyler was here, he'd be gushing over the animation or styles that they changed. But I think I said in our group chat that it basically seems like what they did with the Picasso level Picasso world, and just blew it and spread it across the games.
Yeah.
So, and I love it.
Yeah.
Mario looks slightly different, but he looks very different enough that it's worth it.
Yeah, that was a bit of a jarring thing, but it's very surprising.
Yeah.
Oh, Peach and Daisy are playable.
Daisy is playable. Daisy is playable. Shout out from the rooftop.
Whatever.
Daisy is playable.
How many years has it been since Daisy's been in a mainline Mario game?
I'm just gonna choose the Toads over her,
ever.
Honestly.
Like except her own games.
Super Mario, Daisy's never been playable in a mainline Mario game, and Daisy's only been ever featured in one mainline Mario game, and that's been like decades ago.
Yeah, exactly. Insane.
That is actually insane. Oh my gosh. They did
except we had to kill Blue Toad for it, but that's okay.
Oh, come on. Why do they keep killing Blue Toad every single time?
Yellow Toad survives.
Yellow Toad always survives. Every game. I swear. Oh my gosh.
Skill gap.
Skill gap? Oh, yeah. This game has some really neat gimmicks. I know apparently they're using that foreground background mechanic that other platforms used before.
Oh yeah.
They did that with Wario Land, actually, I think, with the Virtual Boy Wario Land.
Yeah, it's also kind of what they did with Donkey Kong Country Returns, I think. I don't know if they did it a little bit in Tropical Freeze, I think.
Yeah, Tropical Freeze had it. Surprisingly, I have to say, Super Paper Mario did this too.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's a pretty neat addition. A little late, I'd say, but you know, it's a welcome one.
Yeah, it really feels like the Mario team is flourishing again with their ideas.
Yeah, it feels new.
I'm actually excited for a Mario game in a while. I guess this is the first 2D Mario game in a while, either.
Almost 11 years, I think. 11 years.
You know how mad the internet would have been if they showed the logo just plainly and then slapped the new on it? Oh my goodness.
That would have been so terrible.
Oh, I would have loved to see the world burn there.
Yeah, I think the name has already scarred many players, especially after New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Like, we didn't really need that, but holy crap! This actually looks refreshing. You know, I'm actually excited too about a 2D Mario game. I frankly felt exhausted after seeing 4 new Super Mario Bros. Games and 2 Super Mario Makers. I thought that was the end of the line for me. But you know what? If they bring something brand new like this,
brand new,
I'm definitely down for it.
refreshing, different art direction. I'm just interested in what they're gonna do to levels, right?
Yeah.
The levels is what's gonna sell it, and then they actually never showed Bowser, and I'm kind of curious what he looks like in this new style.
Elephant Bowser, or
Right.
he's replaced entirely with a new villain.
What if he's just a T-Rex?
Oh, T-Rex Bowser?
Yeah.
No,
Right, there was that.
Let's turn him into Monkey Bowser.
Monkey Bowser.
As if
there was also
Donkey
that.
Kong isn't enough.
There was also that talking flower, which
Undertale.
I didn't.
What?
Nobody's made that joke yet. I'm confused about it. It looks to have like full voice acting, but also just to be like a floating thing that doesn't follow you. It just shows up as like a question mark block that can talk.
What is that supposed to be, like a companion or? I don't know. It's actually a little bit surprising.
Yeah. The fact that it has full voice acting is just wrong. It feels wrong.
It feels wrong for a Mario game, especially when the movies are the things that are supposed to be for that.
Yeah,
Mario
this also
speaks
puts in a question.
sentences.
Yeah, this also puts in the question why the main characters can't talk.
Right, yeah.
Mamma mia.
It's just Toad speak. Ha ha he. That's the Toad language.
Yeah. Oh well. Or Mamma Mia.
This game comes out in October, the same month that Spider-Man 2 does.
We're stacked.
If you could hop back and forth. That's not too bad. Like, you could play a short session of Super Mario and then hop back into Spider-Man, and that could be easy thing. And
I feel like that's going to be like tonal whiplash. Tonal whiplash in a way that would be like Spider-Man is I'm addicted to the symbiote. I'm edgy and crap, and I'm actually killing humans. Then Mario, Yahoo! I'm an elephant.
Woohoo! I'm stomping on children.
Yeah, nobody's really thought about the background of this story because Bowser turns toads into blocks and he destroys blocks. Nobody's mentioned this in 30 years.
Bowser the jar again. Bowser the jar.
Oh man,
that's not the first time he was in a jar. Okay.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, game looks cool. This is going on for way too long.
It's going too long. I feel like we're panning out too much time here. I'm hyped for the game, but I hope it's not too expensive. I'd be very upset if it was like, okay, well, I wouldn't mind if it was a $60 US game.
Yeah,
okay,
I think it will be.
Anything higher than that, screw off, Nintendo. Like, I'm not using my voucher on that game.
Also, I need this game to be longer than an afternoon to beat, because I beat Super Mario U in an afternoon. So as well as 3D World, I beat that in an afternoon.
To be honest, so the Mario games are very easy. It's just a matter of how you want to play them, right? I assume you're just going through the game, right? Well, which is fine. I do it too. Obviously,
for you, I was pretty young, so I think I played it right when it came out. So
I was 11 years ago. Let that
sink
was
in. 11 years ago.
It was, I think, 11 years ago. Let that sink in. It came out 2012. Late 2012.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right, though.
It's not making us feel old, man.
Yeah, I don't think I remember skipping anything, but I may have skipped a world or two. But still, I need this game to last as long as possible. I don't care if there's 100 different collectibles in the game.
It also needs to. It needs a secret world. It needs the final level, the crown level,
and then the crown ultra hard level that goes into space and unlocks Rosalina. Yeah.
Yeah, they need all of that.
No. You need a world that unlocks when you get all the pink coins or purple coins, and then you need a world that unlocks when you get all of the whatever the blue things were.
And a world that brings back Blue Toad.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's be fair. I think Blue Toad might be just like a quick interchangeable shoulder button that they did, like they did in Super Mario in U Deluxe.
Cope. Cope? I think that's Cope. We'll just have to find out in October. Thank you for joining us and discussing the recent Nintendo Direct. We'd love it if you could follow us on Twitter and listen to future episodes on Spotify and iTunes. Join our community Discord server to continue today's discussion. and we'll see you next time on the Switch Clicks podcast.